Vincent van Gogh killed himself?
How does a man go from calm to suicidal in 6 weeks?
So, what brings you to over?
I want to do something for Vincent.
You're not going to stir things up again, are you? You've had quite enough weeping over that nutcase.
His neighbors and the police and the whole town against an ill man.
Vincent, what have you done?
We all knew something was very wrong.
Vincent! If only I could have done one of that.
Great artists are not peaceful souls.
No.
That is the price of your path. Is it worth it?
Did he change his mind? Did he want to live after all?
You want to know so much about his death. But what do you know of his life?
I would like to show by my work what this nobody has in his heart. Your loving Vincent.
This is Nerd Hat.
This is Nerd Hat.
This is Nerd Hat.
Today's episode of the Nerd Hat podcast contains discussion of suicide and suicidality. If you or someone close to you wrestles with those issues and you might be triggered by that topic, we recommend that you skip today's episode. If you are someone who is struggling with suicidal thoughts, please reach out and get help. If you don't have a close friend or family member that you trust to talk to, there are other options. There are volunteers at the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can contact them from anywhere in the contiguous United States by simply dialing 988. You can also visit their website, 988lifeline.org. If you are a veteran and struggling with PTSD or suicidal ideation, you can dial 988 and press the number 1 or visit the website veteranscrisisline.net. There is also a crisis text line. If you're not comfortable talking on the phone, simply text the word HOME, HOME, to 741-741 or visit their website crisistextline.org. If you are a member of the LGBTQIA+ community, you can reach out to the Trevor Lifeline that's provided by the Trevor Project. You can visit their website at thetrevorproject.org. The Lifeline phone number is 1-866-488-7386. If you want help that is specifically tailored to the transgender community, you can also dial the Trans Lifeline 1-877-565-8860 or visit their website translifeline.org. We here at Nerd Hat really believe in the importance of good mental health. We ourselves have sought help from therapists. So if you need help during this winter season, the first steps might be reaching out and finding a good therapist. There are resources like BetterHelp, which can help you locate one. If you're not comfortable being in person, they offer the virtual service. You can go to Psychology Today's website for a listing of therapists in your area, licensed professional counselors. If you are someone who is not comfortable going to a religiously affiliated counselor or therapist, you can visit Secular Therapy Project. That is the Secular Therapy Project. Just Google it. You'll find the website. It's a resource of the Recovering from Religion organization. With that said, now on to today's episode.
And good evening. Welcome to our couch.
Good evening, Nerd Hatters. Yes, indeed. We are sitting here on our very comfortable couch. A gift from a friend of ours who was buying a new couch. It's like, you want mine? We're like, yes, please.
And then our children peed on it.
And assorted other things.
Ew. What?
Peed, pooped, threw up.
I don't want to do this episode.
You don't even want to know what's in the crevices.
Stop. I don't like that word. That's weird. You know what I just noticed? This microphone smells like something from my childhood.
Ah.
Like a toy I had. No, this is... Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway.
Stretch Armstrong. No.
All right. No, I didn't have one of those.
Stop playing with sweeties and little men.
And let's go back to what we are going to talk about today. Today is a weird episode for me.
Yes.
Maybe for everyone.
You want to talk about why it's weird, aside from the fact that Will's not here
Oh,
with us?
man. Sweet Will. Oh, I miss that guy. Yeah. Wait, should I talk about why Will's not here?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess we should. In case you haven't seen it on Instagram, see, this episode's a little more serious on several levels. One reason for which is that there have been just some deaths in Will's family recently. I won't go into great detail, just a relative that passed away and some other deaths as well.
Yeah, it's just a really, really weird, dumb December for some people.
Just really, really rough month for him and his family.
Mm-hmm.
So he's taking the episode off, and obviously he can have as long off as he needs. In the meantime, we're stepping in and finishing up season 6. But yeah, thoughts and prayers, and we ask you would share yours as well. Send those out to Will and his family, just going through a real tough time right now. So
yeah,
or there are some other reasons why this particular film that we're reviewing, Loving Vincent, why does it feel weird to you, or this episode?
Oh, this episode. So being an artist, I have a hard time looking at art and not dissecting it.
Mm.
If I see something beautiful, I automatically want to replicate it or capture it in some different creative way. So seeing a painting, let alone thousands, how many, like...
I was reading on Wikipedia, apparently there were 65,000 frames.
I can't, anyone. And anyone, I cannot. There's too much to look at. So there's that aspect of I'm trying to like listen to the words and process what the movie is about and trying my damnedest to not lose all of my marbles over the process of painting. Like what, all the layers. I don't know if they used I can't tell if they used acrylic or oil, but it was one of those. And
it was oil. And
do you know it take? So yeah. So I will get into it some more, but that was hard for me to. I appreciated it. I really did. It was a lot. It was almost too much. You know when you have a brownie.
Mm-hmm.
Brownies are just so yummy and delicious. It's cooked just right. It has chocolate chips in it. And it's like just the right moistness and texture. And then someone's like, here's a brownie, and you eat it. And you're like, that was delicious. Thank you. Then they give you a plate, a foot-high pile of brownies. That's what this was. They're like, here, eat all of it. I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna have a heart attack. That's what it was like watching.
Mm.
All right, so those are my reasons of weirdness today.
Makes sense. And I remember Laura was studying art in college when we were dating, first 3 years of our dating life. And I remember you taking oil painting. I think the first year we were dating, if memory serves me.
Mm-hmm.
It might have even been the first semester.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take it for 2 semesters? I forget.
Oh, I took it for 2 years.
2 full years. Yeah.
4 semesters, 2 years.
So you know very well how...
No, it was 6.
6 semesters?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah, that's like we want to get really good at what we're doing. Yeah.
So you know quite well not only how challenging that is, but how expensive that can be, especially if you use high quality oils, right?
I mean... I don't even know where to begin with this whole thing. Okay, yes, it's expensive. So that's another reason why I mostly do watercolor it, because I've had tubes of paint that I bought 12 years ago that I'm still using. I think they're maybe 2/3 of the way gone, maybe half, but they last a long time depending on how often you use them. But I use mine almost every day, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. And those are high quality paints. But with acrylic and oil, like you were putting thicker layers upon layers. And I just started using a lot of acrylics this year for a few of my series, and I still have to buy white acrylic. I have bought so many large tubes of white acrylic paint, titanium white this year. It's like, why do I use so much this? And once you squirt it out, if you don't have the right container, it's going to dry within, it's going to be completely dry within like an hour and a half. So you better use everything you have when you squirt it out, or it's going to be wasted, and that's depressing. With oils, it's the solvents you use to, I'm not saying this right, to spread, it's like you add water to acrylic to spread it around. You add solvents to oil paints to spread them around. The solvents you use are very toxic. Like there's a lot of fumes, and you need to have a well-ventilated studio to use them. So
you're saying that these 125 artists probably got high doing so many paintings.
So one of my art professors' father, when he was older, he had an x-ray done of his lungs. I don't know why. But anyway, so his father was an oil painter. So the doctor looked at his lungs. It's like his lungs looked like he had been smoking his whole life. But he never smoked. He just was doing oil painting. So that's how bad the fumes are for you.
So word to future oil painters, get one of those N95 masks.
You can, you can do that, but it's not as comfortable. But yes, you can do that. So yeah, I can't imagine the amount of paint that was purchased for this movie. Like that, I'd love to see some numbers on that. So I took this one class where we had to copy a master painter, and I chose Monet. It was like a Road to Versailles or something like that. And you had to copy the strokes, stroke for stroke, exactly how the artist painted their big painting. And I think I got a C on mine because it's just, I didn't give up, but I didn't try to mix the colors the way Monet mixed his color palette. And I was taking too many classes, and I was a bare minimum babe.
Drinking 6 cups of coffee a day.
It was so unhealthy. That's all I did. I didn't do soda. I didn't do energy drinks. I drank coffee and water. That was it. This was before I had iced tea. Anyway, but no, so just the amount of effort it would take that many artists to make that many paintings is insane. Like, Disney has nothing on this movie. Nothing. No, it takes so much effort to create something in the style of a well-known painter. Shoot. It's insane.
And doesn't, like with oil, before you add the next layer, you have to wait a while before the first layer can dry, correct? Does it have to dry completely?
No.
I remember you saying, oh no, wait, maybe what I'm thinking of is once the painting is finished, it takes, what'd you say, 6 months for it to fully dry?
I read somewhere that for it to be fully dry completely, it takes 6 months for an oil painting to dry. So you can paint on top of a wet oil paint like I did. I had an exam where you had to begin and complete a whole painting in 2 hours. So you can definitely paint layers of oil on top of each other. Like, it depends on how you want it to look. And again, it's like with any skill, it's like learning a language. Once you do it a bunch, you just know how to do it. And they did a great job. What I had a hard time looking at is when they were doing they were panning from one end of the scene to another, like when like mimicking the movement of a camera. That was really hard to look at because every ounce of the screen was moving.
Yeah, that did, and you could see a little bit.
Really hard. that was really hard to look at, like, and enjoy, because it was so visually overstimulating, and there's so much going on. Again, like every single, like, what's it called when it's like a screen, like one
Frame.
shot, a
Each
frame. Every
yeah.
single frame is a different painting. Now, not all of them. I don't know if you noticed that. In some of the scenes, objects are moving, and not the entire. So it's like
and the characters, and I could tell. I was pretty sure I was correct about it, and at least according to Wikipedia, I'm correct. The actors, like the people that are animated, I don't know exactly how much of it, if it was all of it, what percentage, but rotoscoping was involved.
What's rotoscoping?
So rotoscoping means they would film the actors first with like actual, like, this would be physical film, not digital. So physical films, and then you would paint over the film plates, like so it could be that they then put, it's possible they then put that on top of the other paintings, perhaps. And that's why a lot of the movements and the facial expressions looked
so fluid.
Yeah, they look very fluid. It looks like a real actor's doing it, because it was. They filmed filmed the actors, and also, you can tell, they didn't make up these. They look just like the actors.
Yeah,
as well. Like
I thought that was really cool.
So it's like they did a painting of the actors themselves.
Yeah, I thought that was so neat.
Speaking of which, before we get too deep into the woods on the specifics,
Lost in the woods.
Talk a little bit about who made this film and who's in it before we get too deep into like plot and aesthetics and things. So this came out in 2017, and it was written and directed by Dorota Kobiela, who is a painter herself, and apparently she was studying the work of Vincent van Gogh and reading his letters, and was inspired to make a film. And initially, this was a short film, a 7-minute short film, released in 2000 or made in 2008. And then from that it grew into a feature film. Which, it's just amazing. Like 125 artists drawn from around the globe, as we mentioned, 65,000 frames, each one of which is an oil painting on canvas.
Insane.
It's crazy. I don't know exactly how they must have found some way to put the rotoscoped sections. I guess, I don't know if they just like took a picture of it in front of the canvas. I'm not sure exactly how that works on the animation side. There were times where it wasn't as fluid. But anyway, the basic plot that this follows is that roughly a year after Vincent van Gogh, and I've said it wrong for so long. I always say Vincent van Gogh and it's Van Gogh, right? Van Gogh.
I'm not going to change my ways.
He had been writing in the years of his painting, 8 in total, which had been basically, I don't know, subsidized is the right word. His patron, I guess, was his brother, Theo. So he paid for his needs, his room and board, etc., while he painted for 8 years. And was...
So that's not cheap.
No, like they mentioned later in the film that it was a small fortune that his brother spent just supporting Vincent while he pursued his dream.
What was his brother's job?
I forget. They may have mentioned it, but I'm not sure. They did mention that just he was very supportive of Vincent's dream, unlike his parents. I don't think didn't, if I remember correctly, it didn't seem like his parents were necessarily supportive, but his brother was, and his brother helped him to pursue that dream. I think they said at one point he produced 800 over 800 paintings in 8 years. With very little formal training.
As a full-time painter, I know I have not painted 800 paintings. No.
You've painted a lot. I'm sure it's in the hundreds by this point.
I mean, I know it's in the hundreds, but 800?
Yeah.
And like, how big are they? Like, how big? And he only sold one?
Yeah, that's got to be, wow. Like,
that's a crazy, like, that will drive you crazy. Just that, being passionate about something and only
one person buys your work.
I would lose my mind. I would lose my mind. That would drive me crazy. So that makes sense.
And sadly, perhaps he did.
Yeah.
He had what was then known as melancholia. The basic plot of the film, it takes us on a journey where we're investigating both Vincent's life, particularly his later years, as well as investigating his death and the cause of it. And our kind of the audience surrogate, I guess, is the son of a postman. Joseph Roulin was a postman who delivered many, many letters for Vincent. Apparently they have been published. In fact, I was reading one from one of your art books in preparation. I was trying
Impressionism.
Yeah, one of your Impressionism books. I was reading one of the letters that Vincent wrote, and apparently he wrote many, so much so that he became friends with the postman.
It's really cute.
So his son Armand is delivering what I believe is Van Gogh's final letter, and it was to someone who was a friend of his towards the end, a Dr. Paul Gachet.
I thought it was for Theo, but Theo could get it because he also died.
Yeah, maybe so.
And then
maybe it was for Theo.
Yeah.
So most of the letters I think he wrote to his brother.
Yeah.
Apparently, but they didn't see each other in person that often. But it was mostly letter writing. But Dr. Paul Gachet was someone who housed Van Gogh after he was released from an asylum. He also shared his love of art. Gachet is someone who very much wanted to be an artist and never quite achieved success or the level of, I don't know, skill. I guess skill is the right word, but obviously Van Gogh had talent as well. But Gachet's father did not support, like his parents did not support his dream. They encouraged him, or at least his father did, to go into medicine instead.
It's interesting that I've met multiple people who there's this link between medicine and art. Like the artist I interned for was in pre-med for 2 years, and then she's like, I just can't stop painting, so she started to do painting. But like, what is it?
Or if it's like therapeutic, because that's a very stressful career, even in the studying for it too.
But
it's like
there's a like I keep running into people where there's a connection from like medicine and art, and I don't understand. Anyway,
I could see where a surgeon might be attracted to painting. Like, is it just that delicate work with the hand?
I wish both sides of my brain worked. Must be nice to be neurotypical.
So this, getting back to the basic plot, this Armand Roulin at first doesn't really want to help. He doesn't really want to deliver the letter, but his father convinces him to help, and he's not particularly interested at first.
Why didn't the dad do it?
I know, right? It's a good question.
What the hell, man?
I don't know. Maybe I missed something in the conversation that they had earlier in the film about why he asked his son to do it. But yeah, I'm not entirely
your friend,
sure.
Guy, like do your own work.
You would have thought he would, but apparently he sent his son instead. And as his son is waiting around to give the letter to Dr. Gachet,
Theo, because he didn't.
Well,
he hadn't found out yet. At the beginning, he did not find.
That's right.
He didn't even know his brother was dead, but he was just trying to deliver it to him, and he was like, "Ugh, why do I have to do this? I'm so annoyed."
That's right. He finds out
that Theo isn't, so he can't deliver it to the brother. So he's like, "Okay, the next best thing is probably Vincent's doctor, because he was there with him when he died." So
that's right.
And then, like, I think the doctor also knew the brother or something.
Yeah, or at least, yeah, must have met at some point, maybe when the brother came to visit, and definitely because the brother was there when Vincent died. So he
was?
Yeah, he made it there. I guess they got in touch with him somehow, and he made it there while Vincent, because it took like 2 days. He was laying in bed and died from his gunshot wound.
Which, again, okay, keep going. Sorry, I was gonna spoilers.
But the kind of the noir / detective aspect of the film, like Roulin gets intrigued by Van Gogh's story, by Vincent's story, and starts to investigate and talks to a number of people.
And then there's like people who are recounting this story are saying 3 different things. Like there's like the weird maid, the blonde, shopkeeper,
innkeeper's daughter, I think.
Innkeeper's daughter, and then the fisherman dude who makes his own alcohol.
Yeah,
and then
the boatman,
and then the hottie. What's her name? Saoirse.
Marguerite Gachet is the person she was playing, but yeah, played by Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse, yeah.
Saoirse.
And so, but they're all saying different things on how he died, and the guy, the son, is like, "What the actuals?" And and he's like, this isn't matching up. So he keeps going back to the same people multiple times, trying to figure out what happened. They're all saying different things, and their stories aren't aligning, and he's trying to figure it out.
You eventually come to realize that, because there's some doubt about whether Vincent shot himself or whether someone else might have shot him. You learn eventually. Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen this or haven't read about Vincent's life.
Vincent dies.
Which I knew. I only knew the highlights myself. I knew he'd cut off his ear. I didn't know the bit about him giving it to a prostitute, like just randomly cutting off his ear.
Exciting.
And it's like, I don't know what that was about. And I had heard that he had killed himself, and that was about as much as I knew. I didn't know that there was perhaps some doubt about whether he actually shot himself or someone else shot him. But and this is jumping forward a little bit, but in the final conversation that Rulin has with Dr. Gachet, Dr. Gachet makes the point that Vincent wanted to die. So even if he didn't actually shoot himself, he didn't ask. It was a little strange because you had two doctors there. It was like, did Vincent tell them not to try and save him? Did they not want to try? That was a little weird. That struck me as a little weird. Why did Gachet? Well, I don't know if he was if he was a full medical doctor, but then there was another doctor that came to see him too. I was like, was there nothing they could do? I'm trying to remember. I think he might have said at one point that maybe Vincent wouldn't let him remove the bullet, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But in general, Dr. Gachet knew Vincent well enough. He knew that Vincent wanted to die. So there was a sense in which he, even if he didn't pull the trigger, in a sense, he still committed suicide, and that he just wanted to go. Mm-hmm. And
I wonder if he provoked the little butthole.
Renee.
Yeah, I would. You just yep, this will work, and then that guy shot him, and so that's probably. That's what I was guessing earlier on.
That could be
later on. I mean, I want to mention. Did you notice, aesthetically speaking? Can I talk about the aesthetics? Yeah. Did you notice that when they did a flashback, that for when it was in black and white, but it was not in Van Gogh's style. It was just not impressionism, but more smooth and not any of his thick, short-handed strokes. Did you notice that?
Yeah, now that you mention it, that was different. I guess maybe because they wanted to distinguish the flashbacks.
They did. It was in black and white.
Yeah, I mean definitely that, but I wonder if maybe they tried doing it with the thick brushstrokes and it just didn't look right. I don't know. But yeah, it was a different style. That's you're right. Beautiful. I'd never seen black and white oil painting, and that was gorgeous.
When I was first starting to learn oil painting, we were only allowed to paint in monochromatic for a month or two.
Maybe I have seen one then. Maybe one of your student paintings.
Yeah, it's up in the studio.
Yeah. Okay.
It's black and white.
I stand corrected.
And that's another thing.
That's
curious.
The still life. The still life. Yeah.
I'm curious if they use black paint, because when I was taught, we weren't allowed to use black paint. We could mix ultramarine blue and burnt sienna or burnt umber, I forget, to make a dark color that resembled black. But it was more. The color was more alive than black was. Black kind of deadens the space. So I'm just curious if they actually use black paint or not.
I don't know. Maybe they talk about it in the special features. Obviously, so much of this film is the aesthetics, but did want to talk just a little bit about the cast as well here. Some pretty accomplished actors here. We have Douglas Booth as Armand Voulin, Jerome Flynn as Paul Gachet, Saoirse Ronan, as we mentioned earlier, as Marguerite Gachet. Helen McCrory, apparently in her final role before her death in 2021.
No.
Helen McCrory as Louis Chevalier, the suspicious maid, I guess. Chris O'Dowd as Postman Joseph Rulin. John Sessions as Pere Tanguy. Eleanor Tomlinson as Adeline Ravu. And Aidan Turner as the boatman. And obviously there's some extended cast, but those were I'd say the main characters, which obviously these are real people. And of course we have Cezary Lukas, I'm going to say this wrong, Lukaszewicz as Theo Van Gogh. And let's see where, actually they don't, there we go. And Robert, lest I forget, Robert Gulachik.
Okay, look
as
at him.
Vincent Van Gogh.
Look at him. He looks like Van Gogh.
No, yeah, Robert Gulachik. Well, I'm sure that's a big part of the reason they picked him.
He looks like him.
Yeah.
Also, pardon my cracky voice. I had my last event of this Christmas season today, and I've been crunchy. Wait, I used a lot of my voice earlier.
Yeah.
And
talking with customers.
Yes, having my business face.
Feels fitting that we're talking about.
I know
Art on a day
know
that you also sold art.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, I can only imagine though. Working so hard for 8 years and only selling one painting. That's just.
I mean,
wow.
Like there weren't outlets for artists to.
True.
There
was no Pinterest or Instagram or TikTok. Like
there were no yearly markets, pop-ups, or whatnots. Like there weren't websites, and were there galleries back then? I don't know. This is 1890 was the year he died. I don't know what art galleries were doing back then.
I would think so.
Yeah, and but he was also, I wonder too, along with mental illness, like I wonder if he had, I know he had like social anxiety, like I guess, I'm just assuming. To get into a gallery, you have to perform, you have to write your artist statement, you have to have a cohesive body of work. He probably didn't know that, or like it, I don't know. And again, like his style was so different from everyone else's at the time.
Yeah.
So it probably looked really bizarre to everyone who was looking at it.
Now, does he, because I was reading there was 2 letters in the book of yours that
I need to read that. I haven't read it.
And
gosh,
there's not much in there on Van Gogh, which led to my question. Is he considered an impressionist himself? Because in his letter, he says it didn't seem like he considered himself an impressionist, but maybe others.
Typical artist. I'm not good enough. No.
Either that, or he just didn't see himself that way. But it did seem like even during his lifetime, some others were starting to classify him as that. And it does seem that maybe that's part of what he did when he was in Paris. He got in touch with some of the impressionist painters, perhaps.
Impressionist painter.
Post-impressionist. Oh, okay.
So
he was coming on the tail end of like the Monet.
Yeah, so it's
Degas. Is that one of the? Remember correctly, Degas.
Yeah, because they mentioned that. I am not going to answer that because I will get it wrong. Post-impressionism. This is what Google says. Uses color more expressively and symbolically, favoring bold palettes. Post-impressionists like Van Gogh changed natural forms and expressed emotions. And Impressionism aims for realistic paintings that appear abstract upon closer inspection. Impressionists use realistic colors, thin brush strokes, and often paint outdoors. Aw, cuties.
So where he changed it, he had thicker brush strokes and brighter
colors.
Yeah.
I've seen Starry Night up close.
Was that at the Met?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, cool.
And I saw this one. The one where he's in his hat.
Yeah.
So I believe it's this painting where they have the painting on display. It's a portrait of Van Gogh, and they have it in this glass box. And if you look behind the canvas, there's a the beginnings of another painting that he didn't finish. And so he just turned the canvas over and started again. So like there's part of a portrait.
Nice.
But he didn't finish it, so he went on the other side and finished it. I wonder, this is a rabbit trail of trails. With paintings that are in museums, couldn't they be forgeries and they just have the real painting somewhere back in a closet? Because what if people, like that one guy who threw cake at Mona Lisa?
Would forgery be the right word, or just a
replica?
Replica, I was gonna say.
Not forgery.
Forgery would be like a criminal intent would be implied, I feel like, whereas
crime
replica is just like we're doing a replica. So
no, I was thinking that while I was looking at it, and
especially
I
if
was
it's just like out in the open where someone could just grab it, right?
Okay, you could. There was no glass.
I'd be afraid of putting
in front of the Starry Night. It was just there. It is 36 by 29, and it's not. How big is that screen?
Diagonally from corner to corner, it's 55 inches.
So I don't even know if it was the real one, because the one that was at the Met looked bigger than this screen. So I wonder if it was fake. Oh, I'm sad. Oh no! So maybe I didn't see the real one.
That would make sense, because like it'd be too easy for it to be
like the only thing in front of it was
damaged
was a rope.
Yeah,
you know,
it's got to be, because like I wouldn't want to put especially if it's worth like who knows now, like millions of dollars, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If not tens of millions. Like, yeah, but isn't it sad that so many artists become famous posthumously, that their work posthumously, like
humus?
It just seems like I remember hearing over the years and hearing about artists, and like whether it's a poet or whether it's like many are not appreciated during their lifetimes, or at least not to the same extent, and like after their deaths is when their works are really appreciated more.
Well, because people love drama.
Yeah.
And like, oh, he died. Oh, that's so sad. Oh,
it's true.
What did he do before he died? I'm so curious. People love drama.
That probably did, sadly, help his paintings a little. He died young and tragically with the sort of suicide, like, and so that I wonder if that contributed to. Obviously, they're beautiful pieces of work as well, but there's a story behind it too. So it's like that
drama
adds to the
drama.
It's like I don't know any details about Monet or Manet, like, but I have heard about Vincent van Gogh, and with the ear and the that's just.
Do you know he was a Calvinist?
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks a little bit like John Calvin, to be honest. Just a little bit. That is interesting, huh? Presbyterian version or some other version?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wrote a paper on him, and that came up, and but that's what I remember.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Some kind of Protestant. I don't think there's any Catholic Protestant.
He wanted to be a pastor, and that didn't work out, obviously.
Yeah. So he went to the arts instead.
Yeah. I think I had a hard time watching this too, because it kept reminding me of my brother who lost his life. No, his suicide, and it at least from my perspective. And so, but there's just so many similarities of like him not wanting to be a burden. Like I understand that. Like it's like he just did not want to burden his brother any longer, and there was mention of his brother getting sick and how stress could make his sickness worse, and that Vincent didn't want to add to that stress. So that's like, I guess they hinted at that being another reason why he took his life. So I don't know. It kept reminding me of my brother, and that made me sad.
No, and did want to mention, because we knew obviously we would be talking some about suicide with this episode, and it's never a easy topic, and I know that this time of year is kind of dark for many as well, with seasonal depression, and then if you've got issues with family, the holidays can just heighten that, or if you've lost a family member recently. So we do want to say, if you or someone is contemplating that, please reach out and get help. Reach out to those who love and care about you, and if you don't have someone close to you that you feel you can reach out to or feel safe, there are other options as well. There's a national suicide hotline. I think you can just dial 988, if I'm not mistaken, and get access to it. And yeah, there's people out there that are willing to help. So if you're struggling with that this holiday season, or just anytime you hear this, please get help.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well, that wasn't timed well. I apologize.
But no, genuinely though,
Yeah.
I know Christmas is hard for a lot of people.
Christmas can really suck, everyone. Happy New Year.
Week in and week out for almost 4 years now, you've been listening to what comes out of our nerd hats. From avatars to xenomorphs, Star Trek to Star Wars, and even an occasional killer sloth or earth pig board, you never knew what might come out of our nerd hats next. Now we want to know what creeps, crawls, leaps, or lithes out of yours. The first episode of Season 7 will drop on January 12th, kicking off 12 more months of talking about movies, TV shows, comic books, mangas, video games, and more. Once a month, all season long, we would like you, yes you, to choose a topic for us to cover. We need at least 24 suggestions for the year so that ahead of each episode's research and recording dates, you can head over to the main feed on our Patreon to vote on which nerdy pop culture creation we will dive into next. Speaking of Patreon, some changes to our tiers will be coming soon, one of which will include the option for all tiers, yes, even the free one, to vote on these special listener-selected episodes. Stay tuned for more on that. In the meantime, we'd love to connect with you via social media. You can find us on YouTube and Instagram, where our handle is @NerdHatPod, yes, for both of them, or on Facebook, where we are known simply as the Nerd Hat Podcast. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
We've talked some about the story, kind of the plot of the film. We've definitely talked about the aesthetics, and
It was insane, and I don't know if I can watch it again. There was the credits at the beginning. I was like, stop it, pause. I admire this painting. Then stop it again. I admire the next slide. Oh no, and it's too much, and I loved every bit of it.
Yeah, it was kind of funny watching.
I was so mad.
You're like almost in the
mad.
fetal position. Just like I can't do it.
I can't. It was so much to look at. It's too much. Continue.
It is a lot. And with even in scenes that are relatively static, the paintings are not, you can see the brushstrokes like moving up and down almost, like even in scenes that are relatively static. And then like you mentioned, when the characters move across the frame or it pans, like, yeah, it's almost too much.
So
too
much
paint.
movement. So much paint. I'd love for them to display this movie in a gallery.
Mm.
They should do that.
They probably
like
have
all of the frames. Listen.
like
all of the paintings.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be a huge
Delicious.
gallery.
Delicious.
I mean, like a giant warehouse or something like.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
kidding me?
I'm assuming they're in a warehouse.
Go on a tour,
somewhere.
everyone. Like that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Wow. I am curious at how they combined the rotoscoping sections with the canvas. Like if that was also, because it would have been on top of, as I understand, rotoscoping on top of like film stock.
Rotoscoping. That's fun to say.
Yeah, like the old, like the early like animated Lord of the Rings films, like those are rotoscoped, and like I think Snow White was the first. Like Disney pioneered that.
For the one
I don't know if I don't know if they did full rotoscope with.
To find me.
But definitely they pioneered kind of that technique. But yeah, it kind of had that feel, and I could tell it's a little bit uncanny valley because it's oil painting and it's not, it's sort of like, I don't know if you've ever seen Through a Scanner Darkly.
No, I just don't like that title. That's why I haven't seen it. No,
it is depressing.
No, I don't like that title. It needs to be different. Like it's something about it doesn't fit. I don't like that title.
Yeah, it's got Robert Downey Jr., Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, and I've only seen it once, and it is kind of depressing, but it was rotoscoped as one of the few films in recent years that was rotoscoped, and it is kind of, you feel...
Oh, wait, hold on. Our child has awakened.
A few moments later.
Oh, wow. So I was reading here. We're back, by the way.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Again, according to Wikipedia, the creation of the film's storyboard, as you plot out a film, you storyboard it, was informed by Van Gogh's paintings, sometimes with only minor alterations to the latter. But on occasions, more complex transformations involving changes to the weather or the time of day were carried out. Since artists typically painted over frames once they had been photographed, only 1,000 of the total 65,000 paintings produced during the course of the project survived. So
What?
smaller gallery, but that'd still be a huge gallery.
What?
Like if they showed all 1,000.
So they filmed it, painted over it, filmed it, painted over it, filmed it, painted it.
To save
The planet?
Or,
Yes.
to probably save money on frames and time
brain
too, maybe.
cells. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
So would you like put an extra base layer over top and then paint the new scene, or just do alterations, like minor alterations?
Minor alterations. It depends.
Because obviously with animation, like you've got it, you can have a bunch of paintings that would be the same scene, so there'd just be small changes, especially if it's like a static shot with maybe just the actors moving, or like so like
Still
so the
weird,
background
man.
wouldn't necessarily change too much.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. No, because like whenever they moved across the scene, the scenery. Richard,
Mm-hmm.
you're not paying attention to me, Richard. I can tell because you're not looking, and you're looking at your phone.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's right. No, when the actor moved across the screen, the background never changed, and it would have changed if they had painted over it over and over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think it was superimposed.
Yeah, that's what I was, and you could tell like there was a little bit of like a blur that followed the characters sometimes when you see them walking across the screen.
Oh, I did not notice that.
Not in all the scenes, but in some of them. Other times it was seamless, but so it does use a form of rotoscoping. It says production for the film began with a live action cast filming against a green screen. So that's what I figured.
I would hate that. I think actors are incredible. Imagine you're in France. Go.
Yeah, well, apparently there were artists from 20 different countries that participated in this, and they were selected from 5,000 different artists who submitted. It was like a contest or something to get into it. 20 different countries, 125 different artists, 65,000 paintings, and they'll probably never do it again. Just like filming the Lord of the Rings trilogy back to back to back.
Oh, they will, because they love because Disney's stupid. Sorry, Disney.
Disney
needs to chill the fuck out. Like no one asked for Moana, the remake. No one was
live action.
No one was hoping for a live action. Guess what else, everyone?
So dumb.
No one was hoping Lion King live action. It also isn't live and it's not action. No one was hoping for it. No one was hoping for a second one. And what are you going to do next, Bambi? Get real. Get real. This is dumb.
Cash grabs.
No one is asking for it. Okay? No.
They made money, which is why they did it.
But like, who's watching it? Who's watching it?
Oh, I think their target audience was parents who saw the originals are now bringing their kids to see the live action one in theaters, I guess.
But like, I don't understand that. I wouldn't do it. Like, no, you're going to see the trauma I saw.
Yeah.
Let's watch Bambi. What are they going to do next? Remake The Fox and the Hound? No.
Land Before Time?
No, what are they going to do? Remake? Why?
My dear sweet
There was nothing wrong with that's like, let's remake Back to the Future. Why?
Yeah.
Because we need it for our generation. Fuck your generation.
Go watch the original.
Go watch the original.
Yeah.
You can't get better. You can't get better. Stop trying.
It's like, what? You're going to go back and remake Lawrence of Arabia too?
Ew.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
That was
Jaws?
So, what a movie. Have you seen that?
Not yet. No, that is a classic that I have yet to see.
I hope you like white supremacy. That has nothing to do with white supremacy.
Does he come in like white savior, British colonialist, or does he go native?
I'm going to say yes to both of those.
I've heard about it. Obviously, it's one of those films that you hear about and you see clips.
Peter O'Toole was like a hot bag of chips back in the day. So that's why I watched it. But it was all right. It was long.
Wow.
The music's pretty.
Speaking of beautiful music, this film was scored. Let me see who scored it. I really liked it. The music. Let's see. Clint Mansell.
Good for
Not
him.
sure what else he's done, but cinematography, which I guess the photographing of the paintings, and probably also the layouts and things like that, and the movements coordinated. Tristan Oliver and Lukáš Zal. Anyway, this had a budget of $5.5 million.
That's how they bought all that paint.
According to Wikipedia.
Are you kidding me? Say it again.
$5.5 million.
Sorry, can you say that again?
That's not much in terms of big movies.
Don't talk to me. Don't try with me, sir. $5.5 million to make this movie?
Yes.
That's insane.
It made $42.1 million in the box office.
Oh my land!
So it's very, very successful.
Oh my goodness, that's insane. Oh, that's insane. All right, keep going.
And is envisioned and directed and produced by a woman.
Hey, represent
Dorota Kobiela.
Dorota.
Along with Hugh Welchman. And let's see. Yeah. So
Hugh Welchman?
He's her co-director.
Does he like juice?
I think. I don't know.
Am I right?
I don't know. All right, so we're getting towards the end of our episode here. So final thoughts and ratings for Loving Vincent.
I want to go painting, but I also don't want to watch this movie again because it's sad, but it's very good. And
does it make you want to do oil painting again?
Ugh. No, because I have so much time on this planet, and I do not need to learn another skill. I like to perfect what I'm doing right now and get really, really good at it. Eventually, I like to do oil, but oil is like very expensive. It's a very expensive, and it is no. I like how quick an acrylic and watercolor are, too, and it doesn't need 6 fucking months to dry.
Yeah.
But no, it was a beautiful movie. I won't watch it again just because I'm depressed. But it was beautiful, beautifully done. Also, it was just too much. It was too much to look at. I need to watch it in slow motion. How about that?
I would have loved to have seen this in a film festival environment. That would have been fun.
You know what it was? You know when you put 3D glasses on to go to IMAX, but IMAX for some reason it's not visually what you thought it should be. That's how some of the scenes felt.
Yeah,
there's too much going on. Like I was just like no.
Yeah, and I will say to the obviously super ambitious production, but I will say a few minor notes of complaint. One was the plot was hard to follow sometimes, particularly in the first 30 minutes. It was a little hard to figure out what was going on.
Because you were so distracted because you're like, oh, this movie has a lot of paint in it. That's why I couldn't pay attention the first little bit. I was like,
But for me, it was also like some of the writing and structuring, and also the sound was a bit muted. It seemed at times like there was some mumbling. I don't know if that was the actor's fault or if that was the sound, something to do with the sound design. Earlier on in the film, there were portions like that, but eventually, like I got in terms of the plot, like once Rulin really gets on the scent, as it were, of trying to figure out like what really happened to Vincent. Like, did he actually kill himself? Did someone else kill him? Like, it starts to pull you in, and as you learn more about his relationship with the Gachets, and so eventually it picks up, and you get pulled into the story, and I got more interested. And I didn't know much of any of this of Vincent's life, so this was me
uncovering it as the story was going along. So it does eventually pull you in, but the first 30 minutes were. But yeah, some of that is, like you said, you're experiencing this new aesthetic that you've never seen before on film, so it almost does make it a little harder to follow the story at first until you get used to it, because you're not used to seeing that style. Like,
I feel like every single frame was a work of art, literally, and I need to enjoy every single frame by itself. I need to give it all of my attention, and I couldn't do it, and that's what made me angry. That's my takeaway.
It's like The Simpsons. They have a bunch of little jokes that they poke in there. You have to literally pause the...
How dare you compare The Simpsons
to The Simpsons
to this depressed human being who was just trying to capture the beauty of this world, unlike The Simpsons. How dare you?
Well, Laura, how many nerd hats out of 5 would you give
5.
Loving Vincent?
5.
Nice.
Would not watch again, but 5.
I'm going to go with... Sorry, did you have any
I
more
will
thoughts?
say I don't often rewatch. I don't know. There's a lot of movies I won't rewatch. This one is not special. So just wanted to throw that out there.
I'm going to say...
You better.
Just pure ambition and achievement. I'm going to go higher than I would if it wasn't so daring with what they accomplished, like the technical side of that and the artistic side of that. That bumps it up. So I'm going to give it a 4.5. Because it did have some plot issues early on, and it did have some sound issues that kind of made it hard to follow for the first 30 minutes or so of the film. But once it does pick up, it pulls you in. And obviously, from the beginning, the art style itself, I mean, it's so unique. Never seen a film like it, so that pulls you in aesthetically from the beginning. And the music is gorgeous, so like I love the music.
Yeah, it is really pretty.
I do think they should have gotten Josh Groban's Loving Vincent version at the end, because he does it so... Or the Starry Night at the end.
No.
He does it so well.
No.
It's so good.
I liked whatever chick they did because I could actually pay attention to the words. His voice is like soap. It's too creamy. I don't like it. I don't want a bath,
I mean,
Josh.
It's like melted chocolate.
Good grief.
Like,
no, not melted chocolate. No, I said creamy.
Like a fountain of chocolate.
No, it's just too smooth and I don't like it. It's too creamy and smooth and I don't like it. It's like coffee creamer. It's like, chill out. There's a memory I had of my brother who's no longer with us. Whenever, sometimes when people would talk and start talking about their day, like it was a story like, oh, today I was like doing this. He would be in the back going, boo. Like he would boo people as they were talking. And it's so mean. It was so mean. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. Today I had to take this over to so-and-so. Boo! So mean. I'm done. That was it. Just wanted to mention that.
All right, Nerd Hatters. Well, we have come to the end of another season. Season 6. We're not pulling anything out of the hat because... there's not another episode.
And the hat's not around.
That's true. It's upstairs. Or the hats, plural, are upstairs. For season 7, we most likely will not be doing the battle format for season 7, but we're still talking about that. We're trying to figure out how exactly we want to structure our episodes. Do we want to continue doing that? Do we want to review films together like we did for this film, this episode? So we're still discussing that, but what you can know for sure is that there will be a season 7. We'll be back, baby, with a new logo, courtesy of Elijah Miller.
Elijah.
Yeah, we'll be back at River Run again in April.
So excited. I can't believe that.
That's really
crazy.
cool.
Again.
Big shout out to Tiffany Jones, the director of development over there at River Run, for just once again saying, hey, y'all are welcome to join us again. We'd love to have you again. And just enjoyed that so much first time around. I'm really looking forward to another go. And so
season 7 coming. I believe we'll have our first episode. Will probably drop January 12th. Like it'll be Monday, January 12th. I think is kind of what we're aiming for. So we gotta get a lot of things in place before then and up and going. All right. Well, Nerd Hatters, for those of you who celebrate, a very Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year when that comes. All the things. Enjoy time with your family. We'll see you next year.
You don't have to enjoy time with your family. Sometimes your
This is
family
true.
doesn't deserve your beautiful presence, and that's on them.
Enjoy time with your family, chosen or otherwise.
Look at this. Screw all that. Just get some sleep
that too. Yeah.
and
Relax.
do less. Get some sleep and do less.
Watch Stranger Things on December 25th, like we were gonna do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Christmas night, baby.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Yeah. And sometime this week I need to see the new Avatar as well. I'm excited about that. I want to try and see it in IMAX 3D. Like visual feast, I think it's fair to say. Oh yeah, I've heard things. I expect good things, and I've heard good things. All right, Nerd Artists. Well, in Will's stead, I will say sayonara. Live long and prosper.
Good night, Britches. Wait. Britches. Good night, Britches. Good night, bitches.